Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Watcher season 3, episode 15 at this point. We are in January 2010. We'll be going through April 2010. You know how this works. We all know how this works. Sorry for the long delay. I was busy. And after this episode, it'll be at least a little bit before I get another one out, but I've not given up on the series. We're not done, I promise. So, don't worry. You should see on your screen some rankings and stuff as we do. So, without further ado, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And let's just see how it all goes, huh? And here we are in California for Elite XC, Willie vs. Pewter 2. Billy Willie and Daniel Pewter last faced off in September 2006. That was Billy Willie's last professional and only professional loss of his entire career. They faced off on the undercard of Elite XC. Jensen versus Kohler went to a round 3 decision, a split decision. Daniel Pewter won that match. Billy Willie has won a title since then off of Justin McCulley with a rear naked choke in the 3rd round. He's facing off against Daniel Pewter to make his first defense. Billy Willie looking to avenge his only professional loss. Daniel Pewter looking to capture a title here. His would be his first title of his career as well. Let's see how it goes. Let's get straight into it. Thug Jitsu versus Wrestling. Billy Willie the favorite despite the loss last time. Let's see if Willie can get it done. Pewter refuses to touch gloves. 3-punch combo from Willie. Nothing there. Pewter tries for a takedown. Big sprawl. Willie lands a jab, getting forward now. Willie shows step into the pocket. Tries for a roundhouse body kick. Billy Willie showing absolutely no fear of Daniel Pewter. Quick 1-2. Try to pressure him to exchange strikes there. Pewter with a counter jab. Willie misses it with a 1-2. Now halfway through the first round. Two guys coming together to strike. Nothing really going so far. Neither can live. Willie scores with the right to the body, looking to open up an attack. Mostly jabs so far. Straight right from Willie, though. Minute left in the round. Neither guy can land much of a shot. Pewter comes in looking for a takedown. Willie sprawls. That is the end of round number 1. Let's check the stats on that. 3 jabs for Willie, 1 jab for Pewter, and Pewter 0 for 2 and takedowns. That's a Willie round for me, but extremely boring, and I would be booing if I was the crowd. If you say so. Willie lands a roundhouse kick to the body. Definitely not happy about that. Pewter trying to pin Willie up against the cage. Willie dominates the grapple there, looking for a trip takedown. Gets it down. Pewter pulling guard now. Willie trying to pass the guard there. Thug Jitsu specialist into half guard. Trying to get his leg free. Pewter manages to keep it locked down there. Pewter trying for the sweep, but can't get it. Willie trying to get that. Pewter tries for a scramble. Ends up back in half guard. Willie trying to pass into side control. Gets there finally. Not 1 minute left in the round. Willie throwing a few strikes there. Blocks Pewter trying to pull guard, firing with elbows there, and that is going to be end of round number 2. That looks like a Billy Willie round for sure. 1 of 1 takedowns, a jab kick, and just managed to control and pass. Extremely boring fight so far. This is terrible, but Billy Willie round for sure in the second. Willie stepping in, looking to unleash. Throws a quick punch, but misses that. Willie takes the initiative. Lands a straight right. Now he's moving forward. Maybe focusing a little more on his strikes now. Pewter looking for a chance to get close to grapple. Right hand from Billy Willie. Landed as many strikes this round as the last 2 rounds combined. Willie going for a big pull there. Pewter has to pull half guard. Willie, fast elbow. Pewter trying to scramble with an underhook there. Willie into side control. Throwing a couple punches in the body. He's got 2 minutes to do something here. Punching. Pewter trying to get to guard. Willie's not allowing it. 60 seconds left in the round. Willie not really going for subs here. Just throwing some punches, some elbows from the top. And just dominant ground control from Billy Willie in that round. 18 ground strikes with the jab, 1 takedown, power punch and power jab. Easy Billy Willie round there. Willie not wanting to lose by decision here. Up 2 rounds to 1 according to them. 3 rounds to 0 according to me. Both fighters stepping to strike. Neither can land something though. Couple blocks. No real damage done yet so far. A minute into the 4th round. Willie with a jab and a right cross misses. Pewter clinched. Willie going for that clinch takedown. Pewter has to pull guard again. Can't feel good. Willie just throwing strikes now, trying to pass guard. Pewter scrambles. Willie into turtle position. That's not good. Pewter trying to land some big rights there. Willie back to his feet. Pewter with back control. Pewter trying for that takedown though. Willie blocks it. Looking exhausted here as we end the 4th round. Pewter trying for that. Pewter finally gets the takedown. Pewter's got his back now, pounding away with right hands. Willie can't turn over and sweep, and that is the end of round number 4. Tough to say there. Probably a Pewter round. Let's look at the stats. So everything's still to fight for here in the 4th round. Billy Willie is Thug Jitsu Indomitable. Will Pewter go 2-0 against Billy Willie? Billy with a big right hand. moving into pewter now. Missing with that 1-2. Pewter's starting to tire a little bit. Billy Willie moving forward. Pewter scans 2 counter jabs. Willie with the 1-2. Forcing that striking exchange. Round 4-5 on the feet so far. Willie with the 1-2. Oh, Pewter going for that takedown there. Just as I say that. Willie sprawls. 2 guys trading strikes now. Can't get anything done there. Willie throws a punch. Pewter avoids it. Pewter's got him in the clinch, trying to pin him up against the cage. Willie's pinned against the cage now. Willie's exhausted with 90 seconds. Pewter going for that takedown there. Oh, Willie loses the takedown. Winds up seated and Pewter's on him. Trying to get onto Willie's, trying to get in a mount. Willie's not really doing much damage there. Pewter pounding away. It's just frustration. That is the end of the fight. Definitely a Pewter round for round number 5, so it's all going to come down to round number 2 if you ask me. The judges' scores are now being announced. Trowbridge scores this contest 48-47 Pewter. Douglas Crosby scores at 48-47 Willie. And your third judge to your winner by split decision, Billy Willie. Cecil Peoples has given it to Billy Willie there by split decision. He has defended it. Daniel Pewter and Billy Willie, an American independent rivalry for the ages. 2 fights, 2 split decisions, 1 apiece. Unbelievable fight here. It was average, but high drama. Here's the entire fight stats for you. Billy Willie hit all the takedowns he wanted. Landed 40 ground strikes. I think the passing game of Billy Willie was definitely what won it for him. Pewter could not get... Pewter very much more efficient with his point scoring for sure, but Billy Willie split decision and still Elite XC heavyweight champion. Congratulations, Billy Willie, who moves to 9-1. A little bit of news here for us as we go to. Bruno Guimas has been faced to book Gan McGee at UFC 87. That will be on the main card there. Same card as Arlovsky versus Roy Nelson. That'll be a heck of a fight. Anyway, Bruno Guimas versus Gan McGee. Gan, I don't know. 16-6 professional record, coming off a win against Gabriel Gonzaga, following a loss to Kevin Randleman, and a win against save enemy Mike Whitehead. So, anyway, now you know. Gan McGee, former UFC heavyweight championship challenger, with a record of 3-3 in the UFC so far, it looks like. So, should be good versus the one, Bruno Guimas, who has a 8-2 record in the world and a 1-1 record in the UFC. Should be a good fight. That will be March 2010. Will be on this episode. Earl Moe has been offered a contract by King of the Cage. Earl Moe, a Strikeforce fighter right now, on a 2-fight skid. But he has been offered a contract with the King of the Cage. Brand new stomping ground for Earl Moe there. Current champion vacant, so never know. Ben Rothwell beat Justin McCulley, formerly head by Bruno Guimas as well. So, the more you know. We'll see what happens. But he's been offered a contract there, and we'll see if it happens. And we are back in Kanto for another Pride fight. Tonight we're watching Eric Fonga and Pedro Rizzo face off on the main card of Pride Bushido 13, a fight main evented by a heavyweight title clash between Fedor Emelianenko and Fabricio Verdum. That should be a heck of a fight. Fabricio Verdum trying to make the second successful defense of his title. Fedor Emelianenko, what? Anyway, nobody cares about that. We care about Fonga versus Pedro Rizzo. And we're getting to it. Here we go. Black Power Eric Fonga facing off with The Rock, Pedro Rizzo. Rizzo with a 19-6-1 no contest, minus 520 favorite. Coming off a win against Ryushi Yanagisawa and Hoyas Gracie. I actually have a coworker who trained with Hoyas Gracie. No, not really relevant, but Eric Fonga coming off of a win against Edson Drago following a loss to Sergey Karatonov. Point being, should be one heck of a fight. Eric Fonga, a plus 410 underdog with his Muay Thai background. Pedro Rizzo, also a Muay Thai fighter, training out of Ruas Valley Tudo. Let's get straight into it. Referee Mario Yamasaki, which means someone's getting carried out of this one. And let's begin. Round number 1. 2 guys going toe-to-toe with strikes. 10-minute round, don't forget. Eric Fonga tries 2 quick strikes. Can't get anything there. Fonga closes the distance. Lands a left hand, catches Rizzo with a right hook. There we go. 2 guys striking back and forth. Fonga definitely the one on the aggressor here. Hits a nice right again. Pressuring Rizzo now. Moves into the pocket. Can't hit with either. Walking down Rizzo. 3 minutes into the fight. Rizzo lands 2 counter lefts. Fonga steps forward. Rizzo with a jab. Eric misses with 2 punches now. So accuracy getting a little lower as the round wears on. Big left and big right though from Fonga. 3 punches. Head kick. Rizzo's backed up against the ropes. Fonga hits him in the face, tries with a knee, and it's blocked. Rizzo manages to clear his head, but man, he looked done there for a second. Rizzo backing off. Fonga smelling blood in the water now, knowing he could win this fight. Rizzo trying to grapple, maybe. Fantastic right cross from Fonga. Rizzo's out cold. Rizzo's out cold. Black Power. Black Power. Eric Black Power Fonga has KO'd The Rock. That's Nation of Domination for you right there. That fight was fantastic. And 6 minutes into round number 1, Eric Fonga has defeated Pedro Rizzo to move himself to 9-3 on a 2-fight win streak. Congratulations, Eric Fonga. Pedro Rizzo drops 19-7 and won no contest. Alright, a little bit of contract news. Eric Fonga is coming to the end of his Pride contract, entered the renegotiation period, and has been offered a contract by K1. So it could be interesting to see if he wants to move there. Additionally, Earl Mo was signed with King of the Cage, and Ron Francis Jr. has been booked to face Mark Hunt at Pride 60 in March of this year on the undercard. He will be facing off Mark Hunt. 9-6 record, Ron Francis Jr. a 6-1 record, and a huge favorite. But Mark Hunt is still somehow 19th ranked in the world. Don't ask me. I don't know. Mark Hunt, I'll never understand Mark Hunt. Alright, a little bit of news here. Eric Fonga has re-signed with Pride exclusively and will be spending another 7 fights with them, 3 of which are guaranteed. Bobby Braxton has been booked to fight Ron Waterman at K1 Heroes 30. Should be a good fight. On the main card there, opening up the main card, Ron Waterman, 23rd ranked heavyweight fighter in the world. Braxton, 10th ranked in K1 Heroes alone. Should be a good fight there. And Anderson has been booked to fight an American small local show. Anderson has just been cut from Strikeforce and Elite XC for losing a lot. 4-3 record overall in his career, but has a local fight to help him get back on track, hopefully. Alright, we are in Texas, baby, for UFC 86. Dos Anjos versus Diaz-2, but buried on the undercard, Alex O'Reilly versus Jake O'Brien. One of the shining stars of the heavyweight division with a 2-1 record and a 2-fight win streak versus Jake O'Brien, who's got, give me a second. In the UFC, he has got a, 4-2 record, so not bad at all, but he has jumped into the UFC very quickly after making his debut. 6-2 record, like I said, coming off a win against Brandon Vera, a loss to Mike Kyle, win against Sean McCorkle, and a loss to Ken Velasquez in that order. Let's see. He is a plus 950 underdog. Alex O'Reilly, prohibitive minus 1200 favorite with his legendary team, SBG Ireland. Let's get straight into it. Mixed martial arts versus wrestling style. Referee Herb Dean on this fight. O'Reilly, 35 pounds heavier than his opponent. Here we go. 2 guys touching gloves. Now, quick exchange of strikes doesn't lead to anything. 2 young heavyweights here. Alex O'Reilly with a left jab and a right hook. Right hand, quick left leg, and a quick kick there. Alex O'Reilly's 2 losses. Oh, O'Reilly lands a sharp 1-2 there. O'Reilly versus O'Brien. Very big 0-1. Oh, big shot. O'Brien dropped like a right hook. O'Reilly pounding away on him. O'Brien can't defend himself. He is done for. Ladies and gentlemen, in the middle of talking about Alex O'Reilly's accolades, he starches Jake O'Brien with, looks like a big head kick. Yeah, so he misses a right hook, hits jab, big right head kick from O'Reilly. He's rocked. O'Brien gets dropped by a big right hook. Then O'Reilly pounces on him and just destroys his face. What a fight there. 2 power punches, 5 jabs, 1 power kick, 1 jab, kick, 5 ground strikes for Alex O'Reilly. Irish Jake O'Brien, no match for a real Irishman. Alex the Maverick O'Reilly now moves to 12-2 in his career. His only 2 losses against the still undefeated George Joe and UFC heavyweight champion Mike Whitehead. Unbelievable resume for Alex O'Reilly, and another unbelievable win. Congratulations to him for moving to 12-2 in his career, and now the proud owner of a 3-fight win streak in the UFC. Well, here's an interesting tidbit of news. Alex O'Reilly has entered, he's coming to the end of UFC contract. He should be renegotiating for big money. But he's completed 4 of his 5 fights, and his contract expires in 11 months. But Pride has also offered him a contract there. Let's check a quick scouting report. Where has he skills? 55 to 60% ring comfort. Definitely could make his way over to Pride and do some fighting there. So maybe Pride trying to poach a strong young heavyweight talent from UFC. We will have to monitor that situation closely. Alright, and just a little bit of news here. Eric Fonga has been booked to face Jack Duplessis. Oh my goodness. That's going to be in May of this year. It's going to be the co-main event of Pride 61. Black Power Fonga versus Jack Duplessis. 9-3 versus 10-1. Good heavens, that's going to be an incredible fight. And Jack Duplessis, clear favorite. But Eric Fonga overcame big odds in his last fight, and I'm sure he'll overcome big odds in this fight as well. Or maybe he gets taken out by Jack Duplessis. Jack's on a 6-fight win streak. Submissions, TKOs, decisions. Fonga is on a 4-fight win streak? 2-fight win streak with a knockout kick and a knockout punch. So he's been beat 3 times, but he was the former Rookie of the Year for a reason. He is world ranked at number 22 right now. That is going to be an absolute banger, and it will not be on this episode, so you all are going to have to wait very, very desperately for me to get back from my cruise to watch that one. Meanwhile, Alex O'Reilly has signed a contract extension with the UFC. He will continue to fight for them after racking up a 3-fight win streak, and is now 3-1, with his only loss being to the champion in a fight he was winning. So, Alex O'Reilly sticking around in the UFC for a little while longer, and I foresee excellent things for him. Let's head to March. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Louisiana for an American small local show, main evented by Sarah Schneider versus local fighter. 5-2 record. Yeah, what a show, folks. But Anderson on the undercard there. Some names you might recognize: Drew Dober, Brian Barberena. But Anderson. I'm not going to mince words. He's fallen pretty far. Facing off against Edwin Albao. Albao? Not a real guy. Local fight. We'll get straight into it. We'll watch Anderson take him out. Refereeing this bout will be Herb Dean. Anderson with a 4-3 career record, looking to stay positive here and not move on. Anderson shoots in, gets the takedown. Albao pulls guard. Anderson dropping some elbows there. Anderson trying to pass guard and get to a better position. He passes into side control and goes for the Kimura. Gets that tapped out right away, or gets that locked in right away, and Edwin Albao has to tap. Anderson moves on to 5-3 in his career, 2-0 in the American local scene, 3-3 in like real companies. He's 2-0 in Elite XC. You'd think they'd maybe consider giving him another chance. We will have to see though. Congratulations to Anderson for staying positive in his winning record in his career. Alright, so a little bit of news here. Earl Mo is coming to the end of his Strikeforce contract and has entered the negotiation period. Also has a contract with King of the Cage, former Strikeforce heavyweight champion. One would assume they would love to re-sign him, but he hasn't even fought with King of the Cage yet, so we'll see. One would assume Strikeforce would re-sign him, though. And we're back in Japan for another excellent fight. On the undercard here, we got Ron Francis Jr. versus Mark Hunt. Ron Francis Jr., I believe, making his Pride debut. He is 6-1 in his career. Actually, has fought in Pride before and beat Carl. That's his name, Carl. 6-1 so far. Only has lost to Roy Nelson in a title fight in Elite XC. The Super Samoan Mark Hunt has as many losses as Ron Francis has wins, but was on a 7-fight win streak, including a Pancrase Championship victory. I have no idea why he went to fight in local shows after that, but there you have it. Oh, Pancrase got their heavyweight division, didn't they? Anyway, 4 straight wins after that before joining Pride and losing twice so far. It could be the end of the road for Mark Hunt in Pride. Ron Francis Jr. minus 560 favorite. Let's get straight into the fight. Jiu-Jitsu Sambo versus kickboxing. Hunt looks bigger somehow. Wow, Hunt lands 4 huge strikes right as we start the fight. Francis Jr. wants to grapple, but Hunt's striking power has absolutely given him something to think about. Francis Jr. got him in the clinch, trying for the takedown there. Hunt can't get the takedown, has to pull half guard. Francis Jr. in half guard. Hunt they scramble now. Francis Jr. inside control now, going for the Americana. Locks it in, wrenches it back. Mark Hunt has to tap. Holy cow, what a fight. 3 minutes. Mark Hunt lands 7 punches. Ron Francis goes, nope, takes him down, passes him, and submits him. Sheesh. Yeah, that's the full Mark Hunt experience right there in 3 minutes. So, wow, I don't even know what to say. Congratulations to Ron Francis Jr., who has now moved to 7-1 in his career now. Yeah, so he's won this fight with an Americana, the second Americana finish on this card in just 2 minutes and 58 seconds. What a fight. Moves to 7-1. Marks Hunt moves to 9-7, and almost certainly will not survive the night with Pride. But not about him, it's about Ron Freitas Jr. Congratulations, Ron. 2-0 in Pride, 7-1 overall. That exact same day across the world, Bruno Guimas is facing off with Gon McGee in the main card of UFC 87. Headlined by Tim Kennedy and Chael Sonnen, facing off for the middleweight title. Uncle Chael going to get that title, I believe. But what I believe even more in is the one Bruno Guimas. Gon McGee might be a -310 favorite, but Bruno Guimas is a stud. Plus 240 underdog, 8-2 record overall versus Gon McGee's 16-6 record. Bruno coming off a win against Sean McCorkle, snapping a 2-fight losing streak. The giant Gon McGee coming off a win against Gabriel Gonzaga, making up for a loss to Kevin Randleman. So, two men definitely going with mixed records lately, but let's get straight into it. Mixed martial arts versus wrestling. Gon McGee definitely bigger. We are underway now. The two men starting to strike. Big Bruno lands a right hand as we start the first round here. Again, jab, lead kick to that lead leg. Guimas getting that in. Oh, crunchy straight right to the groin. Gon McGee's out cold. Holy cow. Talk about a giant killing. Easy. Guimas takes the initiative, hits a jab, crunching straight right to the jaw. Gon McGee hits the floor. He has been knocked out cold. The one Bruno Guimas showing he is still the one punch Bruno Guimas. Last with a KO punch in 2007 against Dave Huckabee. So congratulations to the one Bruno Guimas. His KO punching power does it for him again at 1 minute and 33 seconds. In his last two fights with the UFC, he has been in for less than 3 minutes. Good work to Bruno Guimas. We are very proud of him here at I don't know, the Watcher. I guess that's what it's called. Anyway, congratulations, Bruno, moving to 9-2 overall. A little bit of news here. The two matches we already knew about. Billy Willie has been booked to face Travis Whiff at King of the Cage 81. Whiff versus Willie 2. The two men faced off already, with Billy coming out on top. But Travis wants another shot at him. Billy Willie beat him in November 2008, but this fight will be in April 2010, so actually will be on this episode as well. Wolf has beat Cody Griffin since then, and that's about it. The Elite XC's heavyweight division is running a little bit dry here, but whatever. Billy Willie booked for another title defense in April, and Earl Mo has extended his contract with Strikeforce exclusively this time, having never actually fought for King of the Cage. Go figure. Alright, we are in Kinky, Japan, because, of course, that's a real name of a place. Ron Waterman and Bobby Braxton will be facing off in the main card of K1 Heroes 30. Braxton holding a 9-4 career record, coming off a loss to Czech Congo. But before that, on a 6-fight winning streak. So he's 3-1 overall in K1 Heroes. Ron Waterman, 18-7-2 veteran, coming off a win against Junior Albini, but 2 losses before that. Therefore, holding a 1-2 record in K1 Heroes. Let's get straight into it, though. Ron Waterman, a -220 favorite, fairly close on this one. Wrestling background, and Braxton is a kickboxer. Both fighters moving in to engage now. Braxton lands 2 jabs and a spin kick to the body. Waterman lands a right hand clean. Oh, right cross from Braxton now. 2 fighters coming forward. Braxton with a right hook to the jaw. Waterman hits the floor out cold. What in the world is this? 3 knockout punches today. This is insane. I don't even know what to say. Congratulations to Bobby the Bruiser Braxton with a well-deserved knockout. Like, he's not a bad striker by any means, and this is, well-deserved for sure. It might be no, it's not even the fastest finish of his career. It's close, but 20 seconds longer than the fastest finish of his career. He has now moved to 4-0 in K1 Heroes, really making a name for himself here. Obviously, the loss to Czech Congo probably hurt, but he has got to be proud of the bounce back work he has put into it now. So congratulations to him. Ron Waterman drops to 18, 8, and 2. It's a lot of draws. Anyway, Bobby Braxton, congratulations, 10 and 4 record now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in California. Billy Willie looking to make the second defense of his Elite XC heavyweight title against Travis Diesel Whiff. Travis Whiff has won 1 fight since last facing Billy Willie. Billy Willie has won 2 fights since last facing Travis Whiff, so a fairly recent rematch. Their first fight took place in late 2008, so it's been about 18 months since the 2 men have faced off against each other. Billy Willie won that with a 2-minute, 12-second knockout punch, and is a minus 700 favorite to do roughly the same tonight. This contest is for the King of the Cage heavyweight title, 5 rounds, 5 minutes apiece. Let's get to it. Here's the opening bell. Willie ignores the touch gloves. Whiff goes for that takedown. Willie sprawls, steps away to safety, steps forward to a striking exchange there, manages a counter jab. Willie stalking forward, pressuring Whiff. Whiff misses the counter jab there. Big low kick to the legs from Billy Willie. Billy Willie hits the left hand at the side of the body. 2 fighters engaging now. Oh, Billy misses his right cross and his chance to finish quite as fast. Congratulations to Travis Whiff, who's been knocked down and has gotten punched away in the face. Whiff has nothing to do about it, and referee has to stop the fight. What I was trying to say is... Oh, that was the King of the Cage heavyweight title. My bad. So, that's actually a King of the Cage, not Elite XC, which means our man, Billy Willie, is now a double champ. Wow, I didn't even... What I was trying to say is congratulations to Travis Whiff for lasting longer than he did last time, which he managed to do by a whole 30 seconds exactly. But even bigger congratulations to newly crowned double champ, Billy Willie, who has made his first TKO win of his entire career. That's crazy. Knockout, knockout, knockout. Submission, submission, split decision, unanimous decision. Crazy. So he has now made his King of the Cage debut by TKOing Travis Whiff and just winning their heavyweight title. Easy. Wow. Congratulations, Billy. Anyway, champ Billy Willie. Good for him. I believe the King of the Cage heavyweight title was, let me do a little research here, previously held by... No. Somebody. I know somebody had it. Not Bruno? King of the Cage. King of the Cage. I must be mistaken. I guess that is the first of our guys to win the King of the Cage heavyweight championships. I'm very happy for him. Congratulations to him. But, yeah, well, there you go. Dang, kids, here's a fight for you. UFC 90, Whitehead versus Nelson. Main event, Mike Whitehead defending his title for the first time against Roy Nelson. And in the co-main, Frank Mir versus Alex O'Reilly. Frank Mir, the former heavyweight champion, had a ton of defenses there. A ton. But, yeah, that's a phenomenal fight. The very, very close odds, too. So 13-3 Frank Mir versus 12-2 Alex O'Reilly. What an absolute banger. That'll be in July 2010. It will be in the next episode of this show. Very, very exciting fights coming up. And, of course, Billy Willie beat Travis Whiff by TKO. We're actually going to jump quick to the company screen, if I can find it, to check on their heavyweight belt. So it was held by Bruno Guimas, who won it and then left the company and was stripped immediately. But yeah, I was right. Apparently I didn't have that down on my spreadsheet, but Bruno Guimas won it off of Roy Nelson. Yeah, and then was stripped of it. Okay, so I gotta put that better in my records. There we go. Billy Willie won, Bruno Guimas won the King of the Cage heavyweight title. Billy Willie has now done the same. He has a 5-fight contract with them and has only completed 1 so far. Of course, if a bigger company came knocking, he could sign with them immediately. It's just standard contracts. But there you have it, folks. 33 days off, and then Billy Willie be ready to fight again. So Billy Willie fights twice on this episode, wins a title, defends a title, wins a title, and that is Champ Billy Willie as we close out this episode. As far as I'm aware, that will be the last fight on this episode. It is the last week of April. I don't believe there's any shows. We will get to the first day of May just to see if anything interesting happens. But there you have it. Alright, that is it. We have stepped into the first day of May. Nothing big yet, but May is going to be a colossal month because we've got one of the biggest fights in the save for sure. If it's not first, it's right behind O'Reilly versus Joe. But here you have it. Eric Fonga, Jack Duplessis be facing off in May at Pride 61. Banger of a fight coming up. What a episode. Easy peasy. Awesome fight, guys. Thank you so much for tuning back in, and I'll see you soon.